Hey, folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're going to take a look at the Warning at Pal Norte in 2015 performing Hysteria, a Muse cover. This is actually in pretty good shape. I got to hear a little tiny piece of it, and it seems to be really good audio and really good video. So I'm excited to take a look at that and compare it to some of the other performances we've seen from that year. I mean, they didn't play a lot of gigs in 2015. They played a grand total of a dozen. Pal Norte was April 25th. We don't actually know how much they performed this day. The only known song is Hysteria. So let's go ahead and look at this and see what we think. Adrian, do you have any thoughts ahead about the song?
Yeah, it's got some intricate parts in it. I remember that riff that they do. That's probably the hardest thing to play too, is the bass for this song.
Yeah, that's right. It's an alley showcase for sure. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. It came highly recommended, so definitely looking forward to it. All right, we'll give our thoughts afterwards. Let's check it out.
Wow. They look dressed for school. They don't sound like it, but they look like it.
It's probably appropriate given the circumstances, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they are just girls at this point. They're just, very young.
Yeah. Pow's head can barely be seen behind the drums.
Yeah, it was kind of set up that way It's harder to see her as time has gone on. Well, first, she's grown a little bit, but also the drums have come down a little bit. Those top toms are now set a little bit lower. We can usually see her,
Yeah, that's true. And just watching Allie's fingers on the fretboard. I mean, you can really appreciate what she's playing when you see the fingers going on the fretboard and everything.
Yeah, I have noticed that this particular song seems to be a lightning rod for bass players that want to really try something out that's going to stretch their abilities. And that's what this was for Allie at the time. I'm sure that people had their heads turned, like, look at what? That whole thing. And I do wonder what else they played that day. I presumably other cover songs. So pretty interesting to see that. So I can't imagine that anybody that is watching this was actually at Pal Norte in 2015. But if you were, why don't you let us know about that? And if you can remember what else was on the set list, would you leave that below as well? I think maybe it's time to start trying to build a little bit more knowledge on what was going on at these earlier gigs while we still can. By all means, let us know. But I don't actually expect that, so I will be very surprised if you were there. But nonetheless, give us your thoughts on this as well. And if you have other suggestions, leave those as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us on this, and we will catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you all later.